And the next morning, I come downstairs and I see my parents standing in the kitchen with the cantaloupe in front of them on the table. And it did not take me long to realize that my parents thought we were trying to fuck this cantaloupe. Just like one crazy night of male teen bonding or fucking no. Yeah. My parents were distraught. My dad was pissed. He was like, Parker, what kind of gay shit are you into? Like, oh, Dad, look, if we were gay, we would have just fucked each other. You know? I'm not gonna hide behind who I am with a cantaloupe. That's not the man you raised. You know?
Check it. I'm in the podcast studio with Dean Stanfield. Got them rough hands, hit you with the man feel. That's really all I got though. Doing jokes on the hot mic though. I don't know. I don't know why. I thought now would be the good time to try to start my freestyling career.
It's fucking terrible. Hey, man, welcome to Packin A Can with Dean Stanfield.
Dude, hey, man, thank you for having me,
no
bro.
problem, brother.
I appreciate it. It's good.
We just had a really good night working on some bits. Dude, you had some great crowd work out there.
Bro, dude.
Killing it with that crowd work.
Dude, well, thanks for letting me come do this thing. Like, I haven't done a thing like that before where it's just like kind of just open feedback with comedians. And, dude, I mean, I'll be honest, I was a little skeptical when you hit me up and you were just like, yeah, it's just comics. I was like, well, okay. But no, that was like,
it's worth it. How much shit did Parker get off of?
I'm Parker, dude.
God dang it. How much stuff did Reagan get off of that? That was a thing that happened. I used to call him Reagan, his buddy. He'll be on the podcast later. They're always together, and so I mixed them up, and then for like 6 weeks straight.
Yeah, you mixed them up for like weeks.
It was like a good 4 to 5 weeks.
I just kind of thought we were like homeboys at this point. You just kind of know my name.
Well, that one was a joke. I fixed it on Sunday when we talked, but
for sure, you totally did.
Totally did that. Yeah, man. No.
Is the posture good?
Oh, dude, your posture is killing it. By the way,
is it good?
How did you make that whole adjustment?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Dean.
How many? Look, we got Red Seal for our first endorsement. What else? What other endorsements could we have?
That's dope.
Something that's fixing people's posture.
All right,
that'd be cool if somebody came up with that.
Should we show them?
Maybe let's do that.
Oh, dude. Okay, so this thing fucking hurts, bro.
Yes. So what is it? What's the intended purpose behind this?
Well, dude, so I work from home and I just sit at my desk all day, and like I'm sitting there just typing away, and just like throughout the day, I can just kind of feel myself sitting like just like a little piece of shit, So
I don't get that out in the field.
So I bet you don't. I bet you're not sitting banging out a lot of emails.
No, I'm not.
To fucking people that don't want your emails.
What do you do, by the way, man?
I work for a company that licenses music to sports teams. So,
all right.
So, like, the company I work for owns like a huge catalog of music that we own the rights to. Get it going, baby. So, like, say you're like the Dallas Cowboys.
I've had that dream.
For sure. So, like, you need music for all like your your in-stadium stuff and like all your social media and all your like commercials and stuff like that. We provide the music for shit like that.
Okay, that's where we get we're not going to get sued if we put on.
Right, yeah. Right, you pay us to use our music, you're clear. And it's cool, man. It's a sales gig. It's a good day job. I enjoy it. It's cool. Like,
awesome, dude.
Oh, dude, no complaints here, man. Like, if you got to, like, a few years ago, if you told me I'd be working in music in sports at the same time, probably would have thought you were a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
So yeah,
two things you're passionate about.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as we can get comedy in the mix, we'll be a free man.
Hell yeah, brother.
But yeah, man, it's a good.
You're doing it,
dude. So
I heard you got a show coming up.
I do. You want me to plug it right now?
Yeah, plug that shit.
Ooh, I got a
about?
I got a show at Warpath Pizza in Pflugerville, Texas on March 14th. Come out to Warpath. Have a slice of pizza. and have a laugh.
Have a laugh, man.
Yeah.
Pizza and laughs.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about it.
Is that your first? Is that through Turn 2 Entertainment?
That is through Turn 2.
Yeah, good. Amy's good people, man.
Yeah, man.
I've been working with them for a little while.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Andre got me hooked up to them, and yeah, they've been super cool. And, they're gonna let me.
Her and Shannon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should get on my Georgetown show, man.
Bro,
I've got,
yeah, 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 I totally agree.
We'll talk to her. We have a theater in Georgetown that I've been trying to get some.
I want to take this off so bad.
You're not allowed to.
Fuck.
No, you can take it off, dude. If it's uncomfortable, but take it off.
Is the posture good though?
Dude, the posture's killing it, man. You look professional.
Do I look 5'8"?
Yeah. Nah, well, I wouldn't go that far.
All right. Well,
you look a solid 5'6". So I'd done all these things, but baseball, football, I'd been doing well at a lot of things.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until I did comedy. I stepped on stage and I did a bit, and people laughed, and I was like, "This is what I was born to do. It was immediate. It was."
There's nothing like that feeling.
Yeah.
I mean, I've probably been chasing that first laugh for the last 3 years.
Exactly.
Like, man, and that's exactly what it was for me in that first set. Got one laugh, and that's all I needed.
Yeah.
It was just one laugh. Just like, okay, we can do some version of this, of stand up. So, I mean, what was your first mic experience like? Was it just
okay, well, I mean, I did one in high school where I got up on stage. It was during the senior class trip, and we were at the movies, and it was super shitty movie theater on South Padre Island.
Mm-hmm.
And the movie, like we were watching the movie, and it just kind of and then just shut off. And we're all just sitting there, and then it was kind of turned into mass chaos.
Yeah.
And one of my buddies was like, "Dude, get up on stage. Get up on
Bro.
stage, do your Rodney Carrington bit." So so it's pretty super shitty. But I did this really good Rodney Carrington sketch.
Stealing jokes,
bro. But I prefaced it. I was like, "This is not my shit. It's just I'm gonna do a skit real quick." And it was like, "Yeah." And then I got up there and did the skit. It was okay. And then some people laughed.
Did you sit back down just like, I'm the fucking man?
I got everyone to
on the moon.
Everyone listened to me.
Yeah.
And then I think the other one was I did a bit. The first bit I think that worked on stage was a story about goose hunting.
Cool.
And I remember getting off the stage right there and being like, "This is it.
Yeah.
I can legitimately do this.
Yeah.
I can make people laugh.
Yeah.
And I can, make, it's not even the making money part. Like, I finally found something. I have a great job.
Yeah.
I have a great job where I get paid decent money.
For sure.
But I would leave it in a heartbeat if somebody gave me a tour where they would pay me $30,000.
Oh, no question.
Fucking heartbeat, bro.
Yeah. I would too. I think we all would.
No healthcare, no nothing. I'd just be like, fuck.
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Is that enough for me to stay in hotels?
Healthcare and all that shit. We'll deal with that later.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna get sick.
That's not a problem until it is.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, we would all do that in a fucking heartbeat.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I don't know if I really like whether we make money at this, like a lot of money at this or not.
No, like we're getting paid. Probably you're getting paid if you're working with the local like booking agent shows. You're making anywhere from like 20 to 60,
and maybe some beer.
Yeah. If you do brouhaha, they will pay you. By the way, if you get on that with Ty,
mm-hmm.
they will give you all of the beer.
Ty, I don't know who you are, but put me on that shit, dude.
Ty Gergen, the small Asian fellow with the mullet.
Oh, dude, really funny.
He's a really funny guy.
Well, yeah, Ty, hook me up, man.
Yeah, man. I got up there and I was like, they were like, "Oh yeah, so here's your beer," and I was like, "Cool." I drank my beer.
Yeah.
And I got there. I assume most places it's a 2 beer. Like they'll give you 2 beers for free.
Yeah.
And then I asked her, I was like, "Man, I've only got one more." She was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Well, I only get one more free beer." She said, "Yeah, you can have as many beers." I was like, "Cool. I want all of the beers. I want every single beer that y'all make here." And it's at a brewing factory. They have it, and you go up there behind the keg. The brewing thing is like behind your head.
Damn.
Yeah,
I love that.
It's a great venue.
The first show the first non-open mic I ever did, was at a place called Silver Spoon in New Braunfels, like where Texas Ski Ranch is.
Yeah.
And I drove there with $13 in my bank account. Drove an hour there, bought 2 beers and left with $5 in my bank account. So the whole making money at this thing, I mean, it's just one of those things where you just kind of cross your fingers and hope it comes later.
Yeah.
Because I mean, dude,
If it doesn't, whatever, man.
Yeah, and like I'll spend money like at the mics,
It will one day.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'm just like, for now, you just got to do it for the love of the game.
Amen, brother. Amen, brother.
You know?
So what is your writing process like? And has it ramped up?
It's so scattered.
So has it ramped up in the past, let's say the past month? Because I remember seeing you like a month ago and being like, oh, that guy's funny. He's got some good stuff, you know, but I mean, you could probably like, you know.
For sure. Oh, yeah. Could definitely get better.
And then I saw you, what was it, the other night? And it was like, that's a different guy.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
So what happened in that last month that, in like my opinion, did you just.
Started getting booked on shows. Started actually having something to fight for.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll fuck around.
Start writing different when that happened?
Just kind of...
or was that a moment where you're like, oh, I need to step my game up?
Well, a big thing for me was like, okay, I've got all these like... I've got all these like just kind of standalone bits or whatever. A big thing for me was trying to figure out a way to put them all together. Okay. And
how to build it,
how to form a set.
I rely on that a lot because, like, when I go, I'm talking about like
it's important to me. Yeah,
it is to me too.
Yeah, like
I don't want to just. The only thing I think I've done and it worked, but I was doing like the finger up my butt and the old lady gave me a blowjob, and so and then I led that. I felt like that
old Deanie Weenie classic.
Old Deanie Weenie classic there, the old razzle dazzle. And then I led that one into my cruise bit, which I felt like went kind of well because it's gay guys hitting on me, you know?
For sure.
And then it was the first time that I did like a complete 180. It wasn't working at the show that I was doing, and I was like, they weren't digging sexual humor. I wasn't kicking it right that night, and so I was like, you know what? Hey, well, fuck it. I'm gonna do a quick 180. Who likes camping?
Yeah.
And then I did my camping bit.
I love
it. And it worked really well, man. And so that was the first time that I don't think I really stayed to like a certain topic. Like the whole, there'll be 3 bits in this. They're all like 3 to 4 minutes long, but they all follow the same trend. That was the only time, I think, one of the only times that I've done a show where I'm like, okay, I talked about some sex stuff. It's not working. Flip the switch. Let's talk about.
It's the worst when you tell sex jokes and they don't work because it's like you're really putting yourself out there, man.
Like I'm talking,
and just like fuck, nothing.
Okay. Well, fuck. Yeah. Also, my mom was in the crowd, so that kind of made it weird for me.
I will not let my parents see me do that. I'm not there yet.
Hilarious joke about that. And
who does?
Ozzy Moon.
Oh yeah.
Where he goes, having your trying to be famous in stand-up comedy is kind of like trying to be famous in porn. It's weird if you invite your parents.
Yeah, dude. I talk about my parents every now and then too, and like, I just can't do it, dude.
Let's check this out. I'm pretty sure my dad and my mom are gonna listen to this, but my dad,
mine won't. And will they come see you? And they'll come see you.
She's come to a couple of my shows. My dad's come to a couple of my shows.
And it doesn't throw you off at all.
I thought it would, but it's not that.
Do you ever bring like a?
Oh, I think it did that night.
It would fuck me up immediately.
Yeah, well, I was talking about it. And so she was laughing at the first couple bits with the finger, the public service announcement. Yeah. She left at that one.
I fucking love that joke, man.
It cracks me up.
Man, that's good shit.
And so I did the old lady giving me a blowjob bit, and I caught eye contact with her while I was doing the it sounds like a washing machine, doesn't it? And I looked at her and I was like, oh no. I'm still committing.
Just after you look her right in the eyes.
I think everybody in the crowd saw me make that awkward, like, and they're like, he's still doing it. I'm like, yeah, man, this is what I do. Not this isn't what I do, but and then do you ask them like, so guys, what'd you think? Yeah, and my mom, she's super sweet. She's like the most innocent. I don't know how. I hope she didn't watch this, but she came up to me after the show. She was like, I was like, what did you think, Mom? She was like, it was really funny. Yeah, I just didn't understand a lot of it, and I was like, Yeah, you did. Mom.
Yeah, you did.
Nah, sure you didn't.
That's cute. Whenever we're hanging,
you had to make me somehow. It wasn't like that, but
dude, whenever we're hanging out with the family, we'll just be like sitting around at dinner or whatever, and just kind of bullshitting and stuff. And like every 10 minutes, someone in my family will be like, "Don't put me in your act. Oh, don't put me in your act." It's like, don't worry, bitch. Like you're not that funny. Yeah, I hate that.
No, my dad, so like we got this weird, I don't know how this is for you, But like now that you're older,
Mhm.
do you still have like a father-son relationship with your dad, or is it more like
Yeah.
a friend?
Oh, it's definitely become more friend
Yeah,
for sure.
I just realized
But,
that I
like-
came to that. I mean, but he's still my dad or whatever.
Definitely
but-
still my dad.
Yeah, but it's more of like a friend relationship now.
For
We
sure.
talk about shit.
Yeah,
and,
totally.
Yeah, we're talking about it. And I'm like, dude, I got the 26-year-old girlfriend bit. That's how it leads into my old lady blowjob bit. Is me, talking about like, you got a 26-year-old girlfriend, like I can't even date girls that are my age.
Yeah.
Like, that's gonna fuck me up, dude.
Yeah, your dad's just out here fucking killing
slinging
your
it.
demo.
Yeah, you're that's ballsy as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
You're telling me that wasn't that okay? Cool. I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna bring a cougar to the next family dinner.
There you go.
It's gonna be weird when you got more in common with my girlfriend than yours.
Yeah, no shit.
And that didn't work.
And then y'all
out.
can swap later.
No, he just fucking stole her too. Yeah, he's just fucking.
Oh.
This dude's a fucking pimp out there slinging dick.
Oh, go Mr.
And,
Stanfield. Hey.
Amen, brother. Amen. That
What
dude's
is-
a fucking
what does dad do?
animal. He's a farrier. Shoots horses.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What a gig.
What a gig, man. He makes a lot of money doing it. A lot of
really?
money doing it. Yep.
Damn. You say he shoots horses?
Everybody catches that. That happens all the time. He puts shoes on horses.
He shoes horses.
Horses. I gotta make
Gotcha.
shoes.
Oh, and that's like a great gig, huh?
That's like, there's not a whole lot of people doing it now. They get, and so
Really?
and he's like one of the top tier farriers. So
When I thought you said shoots horses, it reminded me. Do you remember that?
yeah, I don't want to shoot Bessie. Well,
do you remember?
I got a guy.
Well, dude, do you remember that?
Actually, my father.
Do you remember that Larry the Cable Guy bit? I'm not a huge Larry the Cable Guy fan, but he had one joke that I'll never forget, where he's like, yeah, I had a horse and it broke its leg, so I shot it, and that didn't work, so I shot it again.
It's a great bit, man.
Took me right back.
Took me right back to that Larry the Cable Guy skit. Yeah, no,
I love it.
Dude, he was, for somebody that's from upstate New York, to sell that so hard and have everyone think, because
Who, Dan Whitney?
Dan Whitney,
Yeah.
is from like upstate New York, and he sold that. He turned it into and he lives that persona now.
I know, but isn't that? I mean,
Whatever, dude. He figured it out, and he got it
yeah,
done.
for sure. I mean,
There's a redneck.
Dice Clay was the same way, right?
Oh yeah.
Didn't
Dice Clay.
wasn't Dice just like a character that guy was doing,
Yes,
and then it
man.
kind of blew up, and he just kind of became the Dice Man.
Yeah, the Dice Man.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, no one knows that.
Like, I'm mullet and croc guy, but I'm not like, I'm not sold to that.
Also, mullet and croc guy's not really. It's not necessarily like a character that's gonna like.
It's just I've
not gonna change your
always wanted a
material.
mullet, and I
love the
every woman
mullet,
that
man.
I'm ever dated in my life was like, do not grow a mullet, and I was like,
Bro,
okay,
you're killing it
fuck
with the mullet.
I know, man. I was always like, if you can sell it, you gotta have a certain type of personality. But if you can sell it, it looks.
What were you
so
rocking
good.
before that? Like a fucking comb over?
No. I would do. I could imagine me with a comb over.
Yeah.
No, man. I would just. I had.
Hi, Dean Stanfield. Nice to meet you.
fades.
Please give me a job.
No, I did fades. I just a regular.
Oh, word.
regular- And that was where it came from. Is all growing up, I always wanted long hair, and my dad was like, "Look, you got two choices, man. You have a bowl cut, or
Why is that one of
shave
the
your
options?
head."
Why is a bowl cut one of the
It's
options?
such a shitty thing that parents did to us a long time ago when we were children, and they just. I think it was. So I have a bit about this.
It's either a
I'm-
bowl cut or.
I'm gonna do it right now.
All right.
And so that shitty piece of thing people do when they just try bits out. No, anyway, so we talked about that last podcast.
Yeah, bring it.
But what I think it was just back in the day, all of the kids were fucking,
Yeah.
and they're like, we got to get a hold on this. Let's just make them unfuckable.
Yeah.
How can we make them unfuckable? Let's just give them bowl cut haircuts, because nobody's fucking a guy with a bowl haircut.
Dude, you get laid with a bowl haircut.
You're slinging some dick.
I was gonna say you
You just
either
gotta
got.
take that thing out and throw it on the table.
Yeah, you must have so much money,
Yeah, one of
and then
the
just a
two.
fucking baby arm down there.
You gotta have both. If you got a bowl haircut, money's not gonna work.
Fucking bowl haircut. I bust my hair like last year. What a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, I did that.
Ugh,
2
I got
years
so
ago.
much shit from everybody I know.
Yeah. Well, you don't. That's one of the things. It's like a mullet. You don't know if you're. Some people look amazing bald.
You gotta try it.
You got to try it, and you either know or you don't. I'm pointing
Yeah.
at Rob. He would look amazing bald, and he just does it. He just won't pull the trigger on it.
Rob used to be fat.
He did used to be fat. Let's talk about that.
I'm
I'm fat right now.
becoming a fat. I'm
in the process. I'm like,
You're kind of already there, man.
no, I'm on like step 2 of 3 of just becoming like a fat guy.
A fat guy. It's just a persona now. People laugh at fat people. It's fine. Rocket May made a career of it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, oh, dude. So Reagan and
His
I.
birthday yesterday.
Whose?
Rocket May's.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Super fat. But
Now he's dead.
yeah, I know. I thought that. I thought that. I gotta be honest. I thought that would land.
I didn't.
I know.
That's
Well.
why I don't. I have to do the. I see you doing yourself. Wah 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 wah.
Oh, that's the wrong button. Never mind.
Don't fucking do that. I got it, man.
Man, it was going so good.
So anyway,
I like that. But yeah, dude. So Reagan, our other comic friend, is my roommate.
Yeah.
And I was telling him earlier today. I was like, man. I was like, you know what I'm gonna start doing? I think I'm gonna start getting up early and go work out before work. And he's like, okay, bud.
Okay,
you know.
sure.
And so now, we have a little wager going that if I wake up at like 6:30, I get to wake him up and he's got to come run with me.
Wow.
So now I got a reason to get my fat ass up and start running, and it's purely to ruin Reagan's morning. And that's enough for me,
That's
dude.
a friend, dude. That's a friend.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, I like that he was like, all right, yeah,
so
like whatever.
Like, you're not gonna do that.
Yeah, but like that's the shit you need, you know?
Yeah.
Like, bitch, you won't.
You won't. Okay.
Yeah.
Bet.
It's like, all right, bet. I need to say bet more often.
Dude, okay, so here so I was driving down the road with a comic friend of mine.
Bet is such a cool thing to say to people.
Moon.
I bet.
And so I didn't know. I never heard it. Like I hang out with old people at work, you know, all day. And, and I don't hang out with children. And so they got all these sayings.
That's good.
Yeah, that's a great thing that I'm not hanging out with children. And so we're driving down the road, and Ozzy's like, he's got all these like fucking sayings and shit. And so we're driving down the road, and I'm like, I'm in my truck, and then I'm like, there's a ditch there, right? And there's like a bunch of traffic, and then it's just like bullshit. And I'm like, dude, I got 4x4 on a badass truck. I would have just like, as a joke, I might have just like pull into that ditch, pull all around the shit. And he goes, bet. And I was like, don't tell a redneck bet. Like,
don't tell a redneck bet.
Here's what we're doing now. Wah.
Yeah.
And he's like, what the hell, man?
Dude, if someone says...
And he's like, that's not what that means. It's not like, because to me that means like, you won't do it.
Right.
Bet.
You won't.
Bet. You won't do it. Like, oh, fuck. Now you had to tell me that?
And it's like, it's like, not even in your...
going to jail.
Yeah, it's not even in your control anymore.
It's
like,
not.
Fuck. Like, officer, he said bet.
He
like,
said bet.
what am I supposed to do?
Okay.
Like the cop would be like, oh, he said bet.
He said bet, man. Gotta go with that. You killed 3 children and, ran over a priest, but he said bet.
Why were the children and the priest together? We don't know. Oh, comedy.
Oh, so we're just going to do 3 counts of murder on that one. We're going to wrap that up.
I love that. Bet.
Priest.
Bet.
Bet.
It really, I mean, and I've gone through the same thing with my homies. If you say you're going to do something, bitch, you won't.
Bitch, you won't.
Fuck, now I got to do it.
Dang it.
Now I got to live up to this shit. Yeah, man.
That was what got me in trouble most in high school, I think.
What?
Like like being like, you won't do it, Dean. Like, oh shit, okay. Like my buddy was speeding through the parking lot in high school, like driving around, and he pulled around a corner and was driving like it was clear that he was gonna be coming right here.
Yeah.
Some hot chicks hanging out with us, and they was like, Dean, you won't go jump in the back of his truck? And I was like, fucking silly salmon.
Got to.
Ran up and dived
Silly
it just timed all perfectly. Here's the deal. He was also a redneck friend of mine. He had all kinds of shit laying in the back of there. And I just landed on all that shit and just fucking like bruises and all kinds of shit. He was driving by 30 miles an hour. Worth it, bro.
Bet.
Fucking bet.
I love it.
Tell Dean Stanfield he won't do it.
You ever
out of you.
Dude, that thing is clutch. We
it's all guesses. I've been fire with this thing.
Let me see that thing.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Have you you can just say next question if you are not willing to answer this, but have you
Next question.
Really?
Don't give me that power.
Fuck.
Use that power.
You don't even want to know? It could lead into some good stories.
It is true.
Have you ever had any, sort of entanglements with the law?
Oh yeah. So I definitely I don't know. Yeah, a lot of them.
You ever been straight up arrested?
Yes.
Can we can we talk about that, or is that going to affect your power lineman job?
No, not at all. They know about a lot of them.
They do?
Yeah. And they probably not
Oh
gonna listen
man,
to this,
that must be so freeing.
Yeah, well, when I did the interview process, I had to like straight up. You got to go through old stuff. Now you work for the government now, so you got to like what's in your history.
Shit.
Yeah.
Damn. So I guess you were an open book at that point,
I'm
right?
just like, okay, well, buckle up. I got some shit, man. I got caught shitting in a dumpster in Corpus Christi, Texas.
Oh my God. What's the charge?
Yeah, public indecency.
For shitting in a dumpster?
Shitting in a dumpster.
Why were you shitting in a dumpster, Dean?
I couldn't find the club that we were at was did not have the country club we were at. They had only urinals. So it was either I'm like, I got to take a shit in this.
Who took a dookie in the urinal?
So they got a sign there, and there's a toilet, but they took the only toilet they have. They took the door off of it, and they put it to the side, and there's no toilet paper in there. And they're like, because if you need to take a shit, take your nasty ass home. You know?
God damn it! So how'd you get caught?
I was.
Did you get caught in mid shit? Like
mid shit.
So bro, did he let you finish?
Oh, I was already finished. I saw them. So I was down an alleyway, and they're walking down the alleyway, and I don't even know where's the camera on this. I'm gonna do it like this. They walked down the alley, and then they just stopped, and they looked down the alley, and I made eye contact with them as I'm at the edge of the dumpster. It's one of those square dumpsters, you know. And I was just hate shitting into this thing, and then finish up. Obviously, there's no toilet paper. I'd prepared. I took
that
my
is
pants
such an
off
awesome
and
story.
hung them over the dumpster. I took my socks off. I'm losing one sock.
Oh yeah, socks gotta go.
I already had the sock as a mitt on my hand.
You gloved up,
and they see me.
Little
they just
shit
start
mitten.
walking slow. They know I can't go anywhere, and so I'm just like, I move over, and I mean my dick and balls are just out.
It's like the ShamWow. It's the shit mitten.
The shit mitten.
The shit mitten.
The shit mitten. Where's that endorsement? So you know the best wipe I've ever had.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. And so I go in there and I just wipe up, and then there's no way to not do this. I can't try to turn away from them. I just hop back down. Hey guys, I grab my pants, and they walk up and they're like, dude, what?
Right.
And this is on a written document. Because I'm like, I'm already in trouble, you know?
Just on the police report?
On the police report. What my excuse was, I was like, well, it's in the name, man. They're like, what were you thinking? Why were I was like,
yeah.
Well,
I had to take a shit.
It's in the name, dumpster. So they're like, really, you piece of shit?
Yeah, you tried to throw a joke at the cops. Oh, by the way, I'm a comedian. Oh, no.
You can see me in my next show. Yeah. Can I use this plug? Is this going on live TV? Live PD?
So...
That was the funniest one, I think.
If it's not, if you got one funnier than that, that's, okay, so.
How have you?
Hold on, I've got some questions.
Okay. First of all, I've got some questions.
Hold on. All right, so they take you to jail.
Yes.
Do you spend the night there? Is that one of those things?
Yes, I was drunk.
And you get on bail? Did you get a PI too?
No, they let me.
Just the shitting in public thing. So and then did you get it?
Public indecency, public intoxication, and then I think those are the only two.
So you did get a PI, public intoxication. And then did you go through like a probation?
No.
You didn't have to do any of that? You kind of just went to court and paid the fines or whatever?
I said, that was me. I did that.
Man.
I had to look at a whole bunch of people and say, I shit in a dumpster.
Bro.
And I even felt like so... I thought they were going to throw it out almost.
Are you not telling that story on stage? Well, I mean...
I do have a joke. Yeah, it's part of my Trump bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I use it in there. I'll probably bring it out later. I don't know.
You save it. You hold on to it just like you couldn't do with that shit.
So, yeah, man, there's...
That's crazy.
I shot way too many sandhill crane one day.
Mm.
There was a game warden that was... I think this is the worst one I think I have. I got caught stealing a horse one time.
Jesus.
Well, somebody else was stealing a horse. I was not stealing a horse.
You were an accomplice?
I was an accomplice and didn't even know it. And so this game warden had been following me almost everywhere I was hunting. And he would like show up, and he was so mad that he couldn't catch me on anything. Yeah. Like he almost knew that I was doing something bad. What
did you shoot? Did you just shoot over your limit? Is that?
Yeah. Well,
what's the limit?
So the limit is 2 a day. Here's the deal. I had 2. The season had ended the day before.
And you couldn't just
They
be like, I
changed
shot
it
those
that
yesterday?
year. No, for sure not. No, there's still,
Okay.
yeah, warm and shit. And so
Oh, fair enough.
yeah, and so they were. This dude had been trying to bust me, couldn't do it. He finally found me in a field. I was goose hunting. Goose season goes throughout until March.
Okay.
Sandhill crane season ends February.
Gotcha.
Almost every single year was ending on, like, let's say February 23rd. This year so it was a week later. They took a week off of it. And I didn't pay attention to it.
Gotcha.
So when he walked up, he was like, "Hey man, I'm gonna need your you gotta hand him your gun, unloaded.
Yeah.
Hand him some shells, hand him your ID, hand him your license, right?"
Yeah.
And so and I was like, "Yeah, here." I did all of that, and I was like, "Look, dude, I'm in the middle of a hunt. Can you just fucking get your shit done? You know I'm not doing anything illegal. Can you just get the hell out of here?"
Yeah, yeah.
And then he looks into the back, and then I just see like joy in his eyes.
Because he knows he got you finally.
He got some finally.
Man,
He was
what
like,
a
"You got
piece
some
of
sandhill
shit."
cranes back there." I was like, "Yeah, man, I got some sandhill cranes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here hunting."
Right.
I got
Oh, and you just didn't know. You didn't even realize that you were.
Realized, and he pulled out the book and he was like, "Well, what do you think about that?" And
Ignorance is not an excuse, Dean.
It's not. It's not. I've been really great about that since. Same guy, did not even laugh. Check this out. We were hunting, and I just turned 21. It was my buddy and I were dove hunting. We were dove hunting, and so it's usually we find a field, and then just a bunch of rednecks pile all the way down a tree line.
Yeah.
Everybody backs their truck up, and we hunt off the tree line. So they're coming from behind us, and we're shooting them, or they're coming in front of us, whatever. And so this game warden starts walking down the line, and he starts checking everybody's IDs and our hunting license, make sure everybody's up to date. And I don't see him until he's just one truck over.
Okay.
We're sitting there drinking beers, and all of a sudden I see him, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" And me and my buddy
Yeah.
both throw our beers under the tailgate.
Mm-hmm.
And then he walks up, so he sees that, and he just all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, thank you guys." Here, doesn't even pay attention to the other guys. Walk straight up to us. He's like, "IDs."
Ugh.
And we're like, "Oh shit, man, here you go." And we give him IDs, and he's like, he looks at it, he's like, "You guys are 21." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Why did you throw your beers?" I was like, "I don't know, man. Force of habit."
Fair enough. That's good shit.
From you, hiding from you for the past, whatever, 6, 7 years.
Yeah.
And then I can actually hold on, make sure there's actually some beer still left in that.
Yeah.
Shut the dust off of it. Yeah.
Damn. Those are some crazy stories.
Yeah, man.
10 minutes left. I'm not allowed to say that?
No, you
It's fine.
Cut it out.
Just the confidence of that. We got an editing team here. Say what the hell we want.
Sorry. My bad, Rob. Thank you for having me.
Thank
I
you
was
so
saying
much.
the other night when you were here, I was like, Parker's that guy if like you were in a hostage situation.
Yeah.
The gun fell by his feet and you were like pointed to it. He'd be like, grab the gun.
Yeah, dude. I am not a sly. I'm not like a sneaky dude. Rob puts his hands up like this. I just go, "Oh, 10 minutes? Okay, 10 minutes." But man, those are some crazy stories.
It's been
You gotta love that.
Oh yeah, running from cops at every party that I've ever been to.
For
High
sure.
school party.
Yeah, man. When I was a freshman in college, me and
I should say that.
you didn't go to school?
No, I didn't go to school.
Good for you.
Yeah, man.
I got an English degree. I basically didn't go. I mean, I want my money back. I'm dumber than when I went in the motherfucker.
Killed so many brain cells.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
So you were a freshman.
Yeah, so I was a freshman in college, and me and my roommate were smoking a joint in the McDonald's parking lot across the street from our dorm room. And we were hotboxing my car in the McDonald's parking lot. And we got out of the car and just walked back up to our dorm. And like the RAs or whatever, like the people that, run the dorm room, they could just smell weed on us. So they just immediately called the cops.
What?
Yeah. The College Station PD.
Dude,
Fucking.
I used to buy weed from from my buddy's RA.
Oh, is that right?
I think it was a whole different place.
Well,
Texas A&M Kingsville.
Well, this is about to go to a place where you're not expecting. So we're in our dorm, and the cops knock on the door, and they come in and they start searching. Like they just flip our dorm room upside down, and one of the cops finds one Adderall on my bathroom counter.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's a controlled substance. That's a felony. That's
Just one?
Yeah, just one. So I got a felony drug charge like right after I turned 18. Like I am fresh.
Oh, dude, that's so shitty.
Or 19. I just turned 19.
Fucking happy with his life.
I don't. I fuck him. But yeah, dude, it sucked. And then I had 16 months of probation, my sophomore year in college, and then a little extra. I was totally sober while all my friends were like,
Partying.
oh, just having. I mean, sophomore year of college is like you're no longer a freshman, but you're still young. Like you're still like a young college kid, and
It's
like
still dangerous to drink.
oh, I mean, yeah, it's still kind of naughty. Oh, and I was just literally just sober as a bird the whole time. And I'd have to go and take like drug tests every month for my probation. I'd have to like pull my pants down and like do a 360-degree turn for the lab technician so they could make sure I wasn't wearing like a fucking strap on to piss out of and shit.
Dude.
Man, it was the worst, bro. That was but you learn a lot about yourself in those moments, man.
I guess you do. You got to. That dude's seen my balls now.
Oh, twig and berries, all the whole show, man. Yeah.
Did you ever have to do that? I had to do one time. I had to do that. They suspected us for using, which is a bold statement. There was some guys taking steroids on, or taking illegal substances.
Yeah.
At the time when I was doing a sport, and they drug tested everybody. But this one, they got serious about it, and so they're like making sure that nobody's. So they like. You know, like they have to do your physical where they have to like grab your balls. That's such
my favorite part.
Thing. Oh, okay.
What?
That's my favorite part. You just do balls.
I thought that's just your reward for going through the rest of the physical.
If you're gonna make this weird, I'm gonna put my hands behind my head, man.
Yeah, light a fucking candle, man.
What does he say? They're always like, "Hey, okay, I'm just gonna grab your balls," and they're looking the other direction. I did it with my last physical for work. I just put my hands on top of my head.
Yeah, Doc, would you mind looking at me in the eye on this one?
Please, you got my balls in your hands, man. And
Could you say my name slowly while you do it?
What is the anyway, that's not even working. So that was the worst one. That was the worst thing you got caught for.
Yeah. Other than that, it was like in high school, got a couple
the only
like
other PI I got wasn't even like, I mean, okay, so it was my fault a little bit, but there was this chick, we were at a bar, and I was like weeks from turning 21.
Mm-hmm.
We're at a bar, and I was DDing for everybody.
It's when everyone gets busted. Yeah, I feel like the day before they turn 21.
Dude, I was like, if you knew how much stupid shit I've done,
yeah.
like, oh, fuck, dude, and this is what you're busting me for?
Yeah.
Okay, you're a man. And so we're at the bar, and this chick kept like, she was pissed off that I wasn't drinking. You know those chicks?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, what are you not drinking? Like, I'm like, well, I'm not 21 yet. I'm
one of those chicks. I'll get mad at you if you're not drinking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and so I'm like, well, I'm DDing tonight. You know, I don't feel like drinking. And she was like, fuck that, you're drinking. And I was like, okay, well, we'll wait till we get back to the house and I'll get fucked up. Like, that's not a problem. Like, I'm an alcoholic. But
for sure.
Right now, I'm just not drinking because I'm driving everybody. And then as the guy walks up, she puts a beer like to my lips and tips it up. And I'm like, all right. And I just like, I'm going to push the beer away. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. It's already to my lips. I'm already drinking. Like, I just start finishing the beer. He waits till thankfully.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
Yeah.
Waits till I get the beer finished. I put it down and then tap on the shoulder. Come with me. I was like, dude, I got the X's on my hands and everything. You know, we go outside and he's like, what do you do, man? I'm like, well, I build power lines. He's like, you want to ruin your career like this?
Yeah.
Dude. I was like, bro.
Give me the moral bullshit later. Like come on. Do what you're going to do.
Yeah, just fucking tag me with what you got.
Yeah.
And then he was like, well, what were you doing here tonight? I was like, oh, I'm the DD. He was like, well, drinking's not a good art. I was like, you were there for the situation. You saw her I was like, you know what? I was like, what was I supposed to do? Like slap it out of her hands and cause a scene? No, I'll take a couple sips of beer.
Yeah, I'm trying to be a fucking cool dude. Yeah. Excuse me for not trying to.
Whatever, man. I was like, give me what you got. And he was like, okay. And then they actually waited. He was there anyway, but they waited in the parking lot. He saw me leave, and he was like, have a safe night. And I was like,
oh, so he kind of just let you go.
Well, yeah, we gave me a ticket.
Oh, word.
He gave me a written ticket, and he said, you got to pay this thing now. And then he was like, you know, and I waited in the parking lot, you know, and then whenever they was ready, I walked back up, and I was like, hey, could you let them know it's time to go? Yada, yada. They went and found the people and then walked out, and as I was leaving, he was like, have a safe night. And I was like, he's for sure pulling us over.
Yeah.
But he knows I've been waiting for 2 hours. I'm not drunk. You know?
I haven't been pulled over in so long.
Me either.
That shit gives me so much anxiety.
I got pulled over in College Station, Texas. I was driving I got out of work. And
that's where I went to school.
Game. That's badass, man. I remember you saying that. That's a great place. Northgate, man. I've gotten really drunk there. And so I just gained a lot of weight, right? Yep. And I had some tight jeans on. And the dude I ran a red light. he pulled me over at the local bank. There was like right there. There's a bank right there. There's a big parking lot. I was just pulling here, and I realized as he's walking up to the gate, my belly got a little big, and my pants don't fit as well, and so I had unbuttoned
Story
my
of my
pants.
fucking life right now, dude.
It was cutting into me, so I unbuttoned my pants, and then I was just like sitting out like this, and I realized as he's walking up to the thing, I was like, this doesn't look good.
Yeah.
This doesn't look good at all. And he walked up and noticed it almost immediately because I was like, I can't start doing this shit.
Yeah,
That's
that's
suspicious, you know?
man.
And so he walked up to the window and I was like rolling down the window.
And you can just be like,
And so what he did was he looked in as I was rolling down the window to see what I was doing. You know, he was like, hey man, license. And he was like drew back. He was like, whoa. And I was like, look, man, hands are here. I've gotten a little fat.
yeah, did you have to explain to him, like, I'm just too fat for my pants now?
Fat for my pants now. He laughed. He was like, all right, man, that's okay. We'll just give you your license and registration. And I gave it to him and he walked back. Came back. He was like, look, man, I know the lights around here are fast. Just, you know.
Yeah.
It was a Bryan police officer. You get caught by College Station and you're screwed. But Bryan police are pretty cool.
Bryan police were pretty chill. Our house, where I lived, this whole second half of college was in Bryan. It was way more chill.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They'll let you. I mean, they're way cooler about everything. So he gave me my ID back. He's like, dude, it's a warning. Just have a good time.
For sure.
You know, enjoy the game tomorrow.
Yeah, dude.
So let's end on a good note, man.
Dude.
What is
what you got for me, Dean?
I don't know, man. You're putting on pressure on, dude. What is
It's your show, baby.
What is your favorite one-liner
of mine?
Yeah.
Somebody
else's, whatever. Funny one-liner. We're gonna end it with that. Or small joke, whatever it is.
My favorite, like,
I'll prepare.
I don't write a ton of one-liners. But
That's just for idiots.
But one that I do like is I talk about, you know, being an English major in college and just how fucking worthless of a degree that is. You know, an English degree. I gained nothing out of college. The only thing I gained out of college is 40 pounds and felony drug charges.
That was the button to push.
Was that the good note you wanted to end on?
This is it right here. You ready?
Are you not doing this thing anymore?
Fuck it, bro. We're gonna do one of these. All right.
Is that cool, Rob? How many minutes we got now?
And eventually, he'll cut our mics off. Hey, let's just keep going until he has to cut our mics off.
I'm down, dude.
He can totally hear us.
I'd spend the night here.
Anyway, Packin A Can with Dean Stanfield. We'll be back next week with Mike Hudak.
Go to Parker B Comic.
Oh, yeah. Let's give a plug here. Parker B Comic, and then tell them where your next show is, man.
I'll be at Warpath Pizza in Pflugerville, Texas on March 14th. Please come out and give me your money. Love it. That's good shit.